I've been in marketing and advertising my whole career. And one thing I observed was that big brands really needed to produce more content at scale and needed to do that quicker. And so the concept for Social Deviant had been running around in my head for many, many years. And in 2012, I left a big agency and decided to start the business. It's really hard, but I think after 25 years of running around the world and working in big multinational agencies and spending a lot of time here in Singapore and across Asia, I really had a vision for what I thought brands needed and what I thought a modern marketing agency would look like. And I just thought, I've tried to re-engineer large organizations, maybe I should just try to do it myself. So it's very hard, but it's also very rewarding. It's funny about entrepreneurship and startups. You never actually overcome all the challenges. Every time you overcome one, there are 2 or 3 more waiting for you. I think the opportunity for us is, number one, be really persistent. Number 2, try to see around the corner so we can anticipate what some of those challenges are. And I think number 3, it takes a team, making sure that everybody's aligned to solve the problems and keep moving forward. Social Deviant, we like to call ourselves a modern agency for modern brands. What we mean by that is we are really a fully integrated creative agency. The difference for Social Deviant is we don't think about advertising first. Our fundamental philosophy is brands are built bottom up, not top down. So we do brand strategy, we do creative strategy, we do conceptual campaigns, we execute the content in multiple channels, we do all the media planning, and we distribute and measure it. So we look very much like a full service agency. It's just that if we think it, we make it. We can produce online and offline work, and we work very quickly and very economically. Yeah, this is the thing. Even though we're a small agency, we're maybe 30 people full time, but that's not so small now in 6 years. But we have big brands and they have big ambitions. And so what I've realized is clients, even like Procter & Gamble and others with whom we're delighted to work, they're not afraid to choose smaller partners because, again, of our speed and our efficiency, our content focus, the ability to be really brand right and still think conceptually, but produce the work and do it quickly is a really important combination. I think there's a couple of things. One is we work really quickly. So no client in the history of the universe ever said slow down. Our standard motto was we think speed is the new black. Number 2, we take cost out of the system. All brands, all global multinational brands have to invest much more carefully when they're keeping their hands in their pockets. 4 of our clients are owned by private equity firms, so they want to grow while doing it as efficiently as possible. So we're very cost competitive. The third thing is our whole creative team we call makers. If we think it, we make it. So we produce 90% of our creative work we do in-house. Our creative team are videographers, editors, motion graphics designers. They're just makers, and so we take time and cost out of the system. And the last thing I'd say is the way we work with clients, we're very nimble, we have no ego. If they have a better idea, we'll execute it. And we fully appreciate the fact that they have in-house creative teams. So we're very collaborative. We're sort of the yin-yang with our brand's internal creative teams, and we don't disagree or fight with them. I think speed is so important right now. Why? Because technology is advancing the way consumers experience and engage with brands. 2 is consumers have ADD. They move on to the next thing immediately. Brands have to move really quickly. They have to move at the speed of culture. They can't wait 6 months to launch a brand or an idea. And the third thing is, because technologies are changing, we've got to experiment and be really nimble to see if those are the things that might actually engage audiences and have an impact for our clients. And so we never really think that we can move quickly enough. We always say, tomorrow can't come soon enough. And we try to iterate to great. So I think speed is really important right now. We were born 6 years ago. So again, we say a modern agency for modern brands. We're born of a digital age. We have an entire population of millennial talent. Everybody at Social Deviant was born in the internet age. So we just think differently. Number 2, our tools and our frameworks are about content, engagement, and platforms. They're not necessarily about TVC or advertising. We don't think about advertising first. The third thing is we use all the collaboration and digital tools. We're very network-based organization, so that begets a lot of speed and takes friction out. And the last thing is we have a digital mindset, meaning we experiment and we iterate, we use the scientific method, we use new tools, and we collaborate with partners externally. What's next for Social Deviant is a great question. I think the most important thing is we are relentlessly focused on creating value for our clients. So every single day, we're experimenting with new tools, new platforms, new content types. We're looking at ways we can collaborate with their internal creative teams better. And I think the next generation for us is really big, fully integrated conceptual campaigns, online and offline. We've just launched 2 TV campaigns this year, and I think what's next for us is even more of that.